Welcome, everyone, to the Right Wing Dice Squad. Here at the Right Wing Dice Squad, we are the bulwarks of classical fantasy. We believe that orcs are evil. We believe that gnomes are tricky. We believe that goblins are mostly misunderstood, but often do some really awful, evil things. And we especially believe that if the gnomes have been digging tunnels underneath your architecture, it probably isn't because they're up to anything good. Last week on the Right Wing Dice Squad... Last week, 2 weeks ago now, when we were here, our party had made it into the Feywild Forest. Got into a little bit of a scuffle with a treant. This is the first real conversation they did have with one of the local inhabitants of the Feywild, other than the two that they're traveling with. He gave them a bit of a riddle to solve. And solve it they did not.
Oh no!
What they did was end up down in a place that they didn't need to be, fighting things they didn't need to fight, that almost killed them. They've now made it back out of that arch, thankfully with everybody mostly intact. And they have to find the actual arch, where moonbeams fall.
Whatever.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Would Reverie know whether the plant spirits that we spoke to have an issue with the demonic landing zone? Does that seem like something that if we informed them that it would curry favor? Or they just be like, that's cool, we don't care?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a religion check.
Can I against that?
Yeah, you're sitting around thinking about it, like, I wonder if the treants would care about this.
You said religion?
Yes.
That is a 12.
Maybe? Who knows, man? It's not really that shiny. Who cares? Those treants weren't shiny at all.
Cool. Are we still walking? We left off when we were like walking, right? We didn't actually stop anywhere.
No, we had like just gotten out of the little
arch.
So I mean,
Can I cast a spell?
No.
I don't. Yeah, you're penalized for missing a match, so you actually can't use any magic.
Well, I was gonna heal you guys.
Actually, I gotta check your spells to make sure.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what
many.
Yeah, she used some quite a.
I want to use my second level spell.
In case you're. The other thing you missed, Mom, is Adam wants us all dead.
Okay, so you have two.
I do
levels.
have one. Okay.
Accurate.
You have one level 2, so this will be your last slot for level.
Well, it's worth
And
it,
you
right?
It's up to you, and you only
Okay.
have 2 level 1s.
So I'm gonna cast a level 2 of Prayer of Healing for the group,
Ooh.
and I did it. So it's 22 points they get back
For everybody.
Hell yeah.
for everybody.
Wow.
That's a
See, he
fat
doesn't
spell.
like it. He wants us dead.
Well, you guys get 22 health points back.
Some of the
You
sparks
can
that
see it
were
in his
coming
eyes.
out of my neck and shoulders have stopped.
Oh, that O was like.
So what does that put my health at, honey? Am I back to good, solid?
You should for sure be solid.
Adam should have your numbers.
Okay.
Shoot. 22, right?
So we're just standing outside the super
Yeah,
dark tunnel,
22
right?
health.
22 health gets added back, yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah, you
believe
guys are
so.
standing outside the arch. You're in the... yeah. Hang on one second.
Can you post the riddle again, please?
Maybe you should ask one of your party members if they remember.
Lilith has. What was that?
I think Richard just fell down an old ladder while holding a bucket.
Oh.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
It's a pretty good guess. It's a pretty good guess.
That's so good.
Spot on.
Is the moon up?
Shit.
Oh, yeah, sir. You're out in the woods. No, it's that same sun in basically the same position that you're in at all
Sunny.
times.
Okay. So Reverie just kind of flies over and sits on Lilith's shoulder. Heck.
I didn't hear. Did you say something?
Yeah, Reverie just sits on Lilith's shoulder and is like, hey, what's next?
Then you hear kind of muttering, like, in the woods where secrets dwell, through the arches where moonbeams fell, and then looks back up. Not here.
Wait, in the woods where what dwells?
In the woods where secrets dwell, through
Secret.
the arches where moonbeams fell, turn your gaze where shadows play, from dusk's embrace to break of day. Follow whispers on the breeze, past the water in the trees, till you find the lovely, lonely kin where ends your path and truth begins. Did I do it or did I do it?
Yeah. We need to really find it.
Bravo.
I had to touch you though.
So Reverie kind of like tilts his head at Lilith. Secrets? Is that these?
We're
Is that
just in
these
the
woods?
woods, right? Like, this isn't like.
Yeah, it's a regular woods. I mean, that tree wasn't a secret. We warned Bjorn about the tree thing, and he didn't listen. It wasn't a secret.
Simultaneously, but we can do it after. I am going to go up to Hilda.
All right.
What do I see when we come out of there, by the way? I've just forgotten where we're at. I
You're in
know
the
we're
Feywild
woods, but-
Forest. Yeah. So
Okay.
you see a lot of those trees that have the bark that's a little bit different.
Would I have any reference in my mind that that doesn't sound right?
Damn it. Everything that you just said, it really was choppy. Go ahead and ask your question again.
And I didn't hear the riddle, so I'm just out there.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
Reverie- 'cause,
that
like,
you should
Reverie's
hear
looking
the
at-
riddle because I'm certain that you would have all of the answers.
Smart
You
ass.
guys, we're gonna die.
Yeah, because Reverie looks over Lilith. He's like, because it's, I don't know, it's a little bit silly to start with the woods where this.
Didn't read.
Oh shit! What the hell?
We can put it in the chat now. I'm not gonna keep repeating it. Yeah, we'll repeat
It's been stated for the party. It's available. It's public knowledge.
it. Everyone has it.
I need to write it down myself. I need to get a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right here. If you click right here,
So Adam,
click
Where?
the chat box.
We have to find we need to find the arches where moonbeams fall, which was not these arches. So, do I know of any other arches that would make sense to me, or am I, Adam?
well, you also asked your first question. Do you know of any woods that are specifically relating to secrets?
Oh yeah.
No, you don't. Every creature in the forest keeps its secret. Basically, every creature in the Feywild has their own secrets. So, this forest could very well be where the secrets are.
I think we just gotta find those arches, and then I'm gonna keep going with the same way I have been. I'm gonna look around and see which way feels more secrety and more archy.
Before we do that, can I
Yeah.
have the conversation I was going to have? So Echo, after the sparks kind of stop flying out of his neck, he walks over and he's like, Hilda, may I conversate with you?
Why, yes, you can, Echo. And I touch his shoulder, and I'm going to heal him 20 points with my lay on hands pool.
That's a big lay on hands pool.
Total's 25, or is it 20?
I have 30 that I can heal, so I'm healing
you're
you
level
20.
7. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna gesture for you to kind of step over, like not being secretive, but like if you wanted to talk about something that might not be like the other person might not be comfortable other people hearing.
And I wander over with you.
I'd be like, correct me if I am wrong, but I, for example, am a follower of Moradin, also known as the Soul. your god is the god of the moon. Would it not just be easier, since we are trying to find the arches of the moon, to ask your god where he put them?
We can do that.
It's the arches where moonbeams fall.
Also, who's eating their mic?
I'm not sure. Not me.
That guy who had that bucket.
So, I'm gonna pray to my god Kanushu
Okay.
to ask where the arches where the moonbeams fell, if I can get some kind of sense to this riddle.
Okay, so you're just gonna do kind of a prayer?
I'm gonna pray for some guidance for this riddle of where we would need to go to turn our gaze for the shadows play.
All right.
For the break of day from where these moonbeams fell.
So you go to go into a little bit of a trance of sorts. Meditation, I guess, is more appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
You're praying. Roll a religion check.
Not very good. 15.
Maybe because of the different plane of existence that you're on. Maybe because of the absence of the moon, but you don't have any strong convictions about any direction to be headed right now.
So
All right.
Lilith's
I'm
pick
gonna solve
away.
this. Lilith, give me your hardest high. So Reverie flies off her shoulder. Give me your hardest high five. He sticks his hand out.
I will in fact give him my.
Oh, to Lilith. I'm answering for her.
Please roll to see how hard this is.
Yeah.
It's not very hard. What's my strength modifier?
It's like a
It's a fucking -1, so it's a 4.
Your slap actually makes you a homosexual.
Reverie looks at you in confusion and flies over to Echo. Echo, give me your medium high five.
I want to give my all to this high five. I have never been more excited about a high five. I almost died. Like, I want to send the victories of battle through this high five.
Sorry, quickly, just to clarify, he's holding his hand out where it's horizontal. His hand is held vertical so that when you do, it's a sideways high five, not a straightforward
and you,
high five.
I get you're kind of trying to spin into a direction.
Yep, exactly.
And I'm about to make you a dreidel, hopefully. All right. Do you want
make
to
it out of play?
Do you want to? No, it's gonna be out of fairy dust.
So I tell Echo that
Do you want a athletics or do you want raw strength?
Nah, give me the athletics. I want this to be good.
Thank God.
Wait. I'm gonna guidance him.
It's a D4, right?
Yep, it's D4.
Plus 7. A D4. 28.
I need you, Reverie, to give me an acrobatics check
Okay.
to see how well you can maintain this spin.
That's actually really good with acrobatics.
He's pointing up.
That's a 19.
19. All right. Echo comes in with a high five, and you're like, oh, just like a medium high five. That's what I need. He doesn't give you a medium high five. He puts his heart and soul into this high five and basically winds up like a baseball pitcher. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, it
Yes.
cut out for a second.
Yep.
But back.
So winds up like a baseball pitcher and smacks the shit out of your hand. You're able to brace for impact in a way, and we're sort of prepped for this to happen and just end up twirling, fairy dust flying off your wings, like the little acid drips just flying off your wings, and eventually you stop. pointing in a direction.
That way!
Yeah, Echo still doesn't know shit about this realm, and nothing they do makes sense, but this place doesn't make sense, so he assumes it's right.
Yeah, didn't know about this ritual they have for pointing in directions. I say, I wonder what they do when they don't have giant robot people to spin them in the right direction.
Usually they get better high fives. And he just, like, this glare at Lilith.
Just gives you like, right. Kicks her.
Like a disappointed dad glare.
So we are walking in whatever direction he was pointing at.
You got it. It's almost impossible to tell based on
Can
the
we
sun's
tell
position.
east or north or anything, any of us? Can we tell east or north or any of us? We have no idea.
No idea. No. No.
This place is
absolutely
weird.
not. You guys begin to follow.
The
and
sun hasn't
we-
moved all day.
Has the sun, we can't tell, it's come up? Can we tell which way it came up?
It's just up there.
It's like in high noon position, basically all the time, but it's not that bright. And it has weird colors to it. It's almost like it's an eclipsed sun. But it's just.
We
standing.
are
Are
the
there trees
Feywild.
in front of us?
There's trees
Stephanie,
all
we
around.
are in the Feywild. by the
That's
way.
what's happening.
I know. But are
I
there
hope
trees
so,
in front of us? We're in the woods, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
we're in
are.
a forest.
Did you catch Mom up on what happened? Like, ants, don't be mean to the trees.
No.
You didn't give her anything of what's happened that she's
Nothing.
seen?
I know nothing except we're in the
Why would I rob the opportunity of comedic gold?
All right.
Fuck would I
We
do
met
that?
a tree that Bjorn tried to slice up. It threatened him. Don't hit the they're alive. This sucks.
So don't be mean to the trees.
That's
Which-
the biggest thing. Take
You're a
away after
paladin, so I don't think you should be trying to fucking murder trees.
No.
You do. It would be odd.
Okay.
Steffi,
Unless one had a rat.
Picture Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
We're in Wonderland.
Nothing makes sense except that it doesn't make sense.
Well, which makes perfect sense.
Have you seen any wild creatures or birds in the trees? Have there been any animals in the
They
trees?
might flies. We've talked about that.
Yeah,
Adam,
there's
do
a-
you want to
there's
give
a lot
Mom a
of-
recap?
No, I wasn't here. I'm just asking questions.
Well, your character was
Your
here.
character was for sure
Oh,
here.
okay.
And to be fair, I did give a rough rundown. Okay.
You said there's no talking because we really don't know the world. We've just been following Lilith's reverie.
I said we're in the Feywild. It doesn't make sense. We haven't been doing much talking. We're just kind of following their lead. That's accurate.
Yes, you've been following those entirely reliable and competent guides.
For the world, they seem like spot on.
That was
Okay,
like-
I was just trying to think of this riddle, so I was trying to see if we've seen an animal in the tree.
There's been lots of
Yeah,
animals in
it's-
trees, yes.
Lots of animals, okay.
Bjorn tried to catch some. Didn't go well for him.
No, it did not.
So, Adam, when we
Bad move.
follow our
Don't do that.
we follow our chaos-inspired path, what do we see?
Guess we're doing that.
More trees. So
what
everybody's
I've been
following
doing.
along here, imagine. Right? We're all moving along here in this direction.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Look for arches or moonbeams.
You got it. And Reverie, you're out front, correct, sir?
Yep.
All right. I need a perception check from you as you're flying in, buzzing around, moving a little bit left, a little bit right, generally heading in the direction that you were spun.
And I'm really paying attention to the trees, too.
Is this for a specific instance, or is this like just constant?
I would like for you, for your, as you are leading the party, what are you seeing?
Okay, so I'm not going to guidance that one because it's not one specific thing. That is a 14.
You got it. Moving along. Oh gosh, it's just so pleasant to be back in the Fae. It's just everything's normal here. There's shiny stuff. You see shiny stuff on the trees, right? The shiny sap that you're so familiar with that you know as soon as you try to catch and collect, it's gonna go retreat back into the tree. So you're not even bothered with it. But it's just so pleasant to see the birds and their shining beaks Oh, right. You're supposed to be looking for arches. Oh. That tree sort of looks like it's arched with that other tree. That could be it.
Do I see any moonbeams?
No, it's just one tree connected to another tree. They've like grown up into each other.
Yep. Is there anything underneath it, like any difference in the ground underneath it, like it's been disturbed or there's patches or somehow different from the area around it?
Not particularly that you can see. You're going up to it now, I assume, right?
Yep.
So you're up and around, looking around.
Hey, just briefly, I'm gonna try and connect to my LTE here. So if you lose me, I'll be back.
Okay. Roll an investigation check as you're looking around on the ground.
All right, and I am going to guidance this one. That is a 14 again.
There's a few animal tracks here and there, some leaves blowing around. No grass, right? There's no grass in most of this forest floor, so that's not particularly interesting. Doesn't seem to be any large footprints or anything.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Right. Continuing on. For minutes, hours, days, doesn't matter. No, not here. Who cares? Continuing on through the forest, you come across another archway. But this one is made out of some sort of intricate stone, and it's in the side of this rock. Looking at it, it's a massive boulder. And there's these intricate stones that were obviously placed there by something into an archway that's not very tall. It's only about 5.5 feet tall. And it seems to be like there's a path into the rock.
I'm sorry, just to be clear, is there actually a path in the rock, or is it like there should be a path? Like this looks like a doorway, but there's just rock behind it.
It's hard to tell from where you're at. You're a little bit of a distance away, but sauntering up over to it, it's almost impossible to tell. Like looking at it, there's times when you think that you can see stairs and a path on the other side, and there's times when it just looks like solid rock. It's almost like there's a bit of an illusion.
I poke the rock.
Nope. Hand goes right through.
Woo! Found stuff. I alert the party. That's my alert, and then I stick my head through the rock.
The moment you stick your head through the rock, this dull blue light seems to be coming in through cracks in the side of the wall of this path. And it is definitely steps. They're not smooth steps, but they are rock steps going downward.
I pull back. I look around. So there's like steps. It looks cool. Is anybody else hungry?
I could always eat.
Lunch?
I do not require sustenance.
Lilith is pulling out food.
Reverie goes and sits down with Lilith.
Well,
Let's have some lunch.
I'll go sit down and eat too
While they're eating
with the
because
rations.
because I can't participate. Can I just kind of lean against a tree with my sentry rest to watch them? And I'm just going to try to take a little short rest if time permits.
Yeah, you got it.
That is the goal with lunch, is to do a short rest.
Yeah, but I can't eat, so I'm doing my own short rest.
Yes, doing a little short rest with nourishment.
Let me have my RP, you son of a bitch.
Can you do a ritual while short resting, or are those two exclusive?
Yeah, those. No, you could do both, right? So you could do a ritual and then do a short rest, as you guys, because the short rest just That's just dependent on the amount of time that you guys have to sit here.
Okay. Reverie eats his food, and then he's like, and then starts to go into his meditative pose. If we get that far, so my goal is I'd like to short rest and then do detect magic ritual, if we have the time for that. That's his goal.
You got it. Short rest first. Right?
Yes.
You got
Yes.
it. Okay. What else are you guys doing while we're sitting here?
I'd like to pray again.
Same thing you're asking for?
Yes, to guidance to get to the arches that we need to be at, to find the specific arches where the path ends and the truth begins. I'm rolling it.
Religion check?
Yep. 16 this time. 1 point better.
It's unsettling how much this place seems to be distracting you in your prayers. You're not sure. Typically, you can always at least feel a warmth of something when you're saying these prayers, but either the distance or this realm or the tired state you're in or something is causing this. You're not feeling anything when you're saying these prayers. It's like you're going through the motions and nothing's coming.
Okay.
I need a perception check from Echo.
Sorry, what?
Perception +4. Dirty
Just
20.
from Echo or from everybody?
Just from Echo, because you
Echo.
guys are like trying to rest. He's in his activated sentry mode. There is vegetation moving in ways that if you were in the material plane, you would detect as an approaching ambush.
Gotcha.
Really, they're small that you can tell, but you can just see vines moving around in weird little ways that are very thorned, with like dangerous thorned vines that are moving in and towards your location.
Yeah, so I'm gonna not loud. I'm gonna lean up for my sentry mode and slowly take my sword out and stand up and just be like, I'm not familiar with, or wait, wrong accent. Not familiar with the Feywilds. However, I believe we're going to be attacked.
Lilith pops up and is just like, in here! Just like walks blindly into this cave.
Reverie obviously follows.
Yeah, I imagine everybody's following right behind you.
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm thinking as part of the riddle, if it's shadowy things that are attacking us.
There
No,
are
because we're looking for a moonbeam with arches.
Yeah, but it says also in it that it would be shadows and stuff at the end of the path.
Yeah,
where
but
the
that's
truth begins.
after the next part of the riddle.
so the reason I turned on the blue
Yeah, we
light,
made that mistake last time.
the reason I turned on the blue light because that is the type of light that hits you immediately as you move into this
Which could be the moonbeam lights.
Feeling
does-
pretty moonbeamy. I look
does
at
very much
Rev.
look like a moonbeam. Yeah.
Yeah, feels moonbeamy.
To be clear, we did not finish our short rest, correct?
No, you did not.
It was like pretty. Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Well, whatever. At least we got a
Lilith was
snack.
still stuffing food in her face as she went in the cave then.
Yep. So Lilith,
Yeah,
you
what
were
else do
up
we-
first.
What else do we see?
You were up first, correct? Moving into this cave?
Yep.
So you continue to advance down into the cave.
I'm looking for
Yep.
any traps or signs of danger.
I would like for you to roll a perception check.
How dark is the cave? Would it be
It's-
considered dark, or is there enough
It's
illumination?
no, it's dim light.
16.
Yeah, so moving down step by step, the stairs here are big slabs of rock that have just either were cut away, or carved away, or were just placed here into this step formation. The walls are all smooth rock. It was definitely dug out in some fashion or another. The light that is coming into here, it's, for you, whatever, but for the rest of the party, for those not initiated in the Fae, it's very otherworldly, the blue light that's creaking through these cracks, because outside you saw that there was sun. So the fact that this strange bluish glow is coming through, the soft blue glow is coming through the cracks in the ceiling and the walls was really strange. It's very silent in here, very quiet, not unnecessarily, it's just not weirdly quiet. It's just quiet because there's just your breathing and your footsteps on the stone that you hear. Echo, you're crouched way down to get through here because it's a very small space.
How big is this tunnel?
5.5 feet tall.
Can we see the end of the stairs?
No, it's not that steep. The stairs are not that steep down, but it is long and winding and continues for a while as you guys are moving down here. So,
Back where I am from, this is a comfortable bed. These big slabs, it's very safe. I feel like taking a little napsy poo.
I think we might die. I wouldn't nap in the dark. It's the worst place to nap.
Reverie
But
sits
it's
on
blue
Lila's
in
shoulder.
what's that, buddy?
Reverie sits on Lila's shoulder and kind of like leans with an elbow on top of her head. Echo test?
Echo test.
Hello, hello, hello.
And then a small.
There is, based on that echo, there is something. There's a bigger part of this cave ahead.
How's the acoustic quality, though?
It's not bad, honestly.
It
For,
makes me want to sing.
for bare rock, it's not bad. Whatever those cracks are, they must absorb and reflect the sound in a pretty solid way.
Sweet.
Looks over at Lilith. 7 out of 10?
7 out of 10. And then we keep walking.
Does anybody know any good shanties?
Can I just start playing the old like dial-up sound?
Reverie just like immediately flinches. Sir, that is a terrible shanty.
It really is. It's not very good.
I disagree. It's the first sound I remember hearing from my father.
I didn't say sounds, I said shanties.
Shanties consist of sounds.
No, they are songs that make you happy as you do things. That is not a happy sound song.
Your happiness attached to certain sounds is entirely subjective.
He looks at Lilith. I think that's objectively not a happy sound, am I not right?
I kind of liked it.
You are just useless.
Echo feels like slightly more like close to Lilith now because she must have similar music taste.
All right.
How about we keep walking and maybe we can get out of here?
We've been walking.
Oh,
What's going
Yeah,
on?
we're walking the whole time. This conversation does not require us to stop.
Okay.
Eventually, you guys do get to another large, open, cavernous room. Here, the blue light is much brighter. It is coming in large cracks in the walls, almost from behind you, up to through the cross. Like it's bisecting the room. The room is about 60 feet high here. There's a large crack that runs from the left to the right over the top of the room, and then one that runs from the back to the front, all the way through the top of the room. The light is not always shining through each one of those cracks, but it does come in steady waves. There are, again, more of those crystals that you guys saw in the previous cave along the wall. The room is relatively well lit, and other than the way you guys came in, there's no obvious entrance or obvious exit out of here.
When you say steady waves, like, are we talking like a heartbeat pulse, or like it's going through the room like a wave through a stadium?
Yeah, more like a wave through a stadium.
Okay. It's like vacillating across the room and back, like a tide sort of thing.
Yes.
I know you said this.
Not in any particular pattern that you can detect, but it's just not. It's not always on, right? It's certain parts of the light are shining in different ways. Again, more crystals all over the wall.
I know you said that the stairs looked manufactured. Do the cracks look like they were dug out, or do they look natural?
Roll an investigation check.
That's a investigation is +4. 25.
Yeah, they're definitely of supernatural origin. Not something powerful created these. It wasn't just done with like a pickaxe.
Cracks. So looking around, you said that there's kind of like a cross of the light.
Yep. Also, you see in the center of the room a rather large crystal, almost in the exact center of the room. It's that same looking crystal that you guys saw in the previous cave. There's crystals all over the walls.
That could be the lonely kin.
I think we need to find this next part, which is turn your gaze where shadows play. Yeah, because you can't jump that far. We did this, I know you were here, but we jumped really far ahead, and apparently you can't do that. They're very specific.
Okay.
Yeah, no. If there's a giant crystal in the middle of the room that is kind of
I
lit
have
up,
no doubt you're going to go.
it's very obvious. Reverie's definitely going to that crystal.
You got it. Yeah, you're going to it. You watch as the moonbeams hit it occasionally and just make this dazzling array of swirling color with inside the crystal every time it's hit. It's almost like a laser show through smoke crystals, or through smoke inside the crystal every time the blue light hits it. It's really beautiful.
Does it reflect out, or is all of it like contained in the crystal?
No, all of the smokiness is contained within the crystal.
Does
So
it
there's not
look
like,
like shadows?
So there's not like an Indiana Jones thing where they shine a light down through and it reflects off somewhere else.
Oh, if that's what you're looking for, then sure.
Yeah.
Yes, as the light hits the crystal, you will see that smokiness obviously with inside, and then in certain parts of the wall, as the light hits, you'll see figures dancing.
Okay, shadows.
On the walls.
So like
The second part of the riddle.
like a Socrates' cave sort of thing.
I think it's Plato's cave, but yes.
Plato cave, yeah, sorry. Are the shadows moving around on the walls, or are they just on one particular spot?
Depending on where the light comes from, they are showing in different spots. So from where you're at right now, let's say the back where you came from is south, and you've approached it from the south. You're standing at this crystal looking at it. As it hits the shadow, you're seeing most of the shadows that are being projected on the wall, and they look like, occasionally they do look like figures, like very clearly look like figures. Like one of them looks like a satyr dancing, other one looks like a harpy. There's a centaur that you see, and it's mostly shining on the northwest and northeast parts where you actually see these shadows dancing.
Can we investigate those walls?
Wherever he's going to go, you said the entrance, if we were on a compass, the entrance would be the south. Wherever he's going to go to the one directly across from it.
Okay. And you said what are you looking at?
I guess when I get close, are the shadows still there? And if so, are there any sort of like does it look like they're dancing around something? Like they're just going across the wall?
Yeah, they when they're there, right? And it's only for brief glimpses of brief half seconds that you'll actually see a figure that you can make the shape out of. But as the light turns on in one part of the crack and it hits the crystal just right, you'll see this reflection on the wall moving, dancing for about half a second, and then you see it loses its form and it trails off into smoky shadow, and then the light moves and it's gone.
I mean, it worked the first time. Wherever he's going to go touch the wall.
It's rock.
Beverly slides down the wall following the shadow.
You got it. More and more rock. But, interestingly, as the shadow is cast onto your hands, you can see the shadow cast underneath your hands and on the wall, and you see it perfectly. You see the projection as you'd seen it before, but when it's on your hand, you don't see the dancing smoke.
Is it still dancing on the wall behind my hand, or is my hand blocking it?
Your hand is blocking it, yep.
Okay, what about on the other spot?
Yep, so you move over to the other side, the northeast portion. Kind of the same thing going on here. You're touching the wall. You can see the shadows appear in and out as the waves of this light move through the crystal. And for anybody who's watching the crystal, basically anytime the light hits the crystal just glows brightly. And then you see all this smoky interior on the inside, and then that's what's casting the shadow onto the walls.
Reverie is going to go back to the crystal and sit down and start his meditative trance to do ritual detect magic.
You got it. What are you guys doing while he's doing this?
Echo doesn't know what. Oh, good.
I'm casting the Echo. I want to put him next to Reverie, and I want to try and start forming the group into a circle, as I'm expecting to be attacked by a lot of people at the same time, because I'm so sketched out.
All right. Your Echo
I want to
appears.
intently listen for noise.
Yep. You guys are all collecting around the circle. Roll a perception check, Bjorn.
Natural 20 plus 4.
Oh yeah. Immediately as you put your Echo next to Reverie, the light hits the crystal, and some of those light waves reflect from the crystal onto your Echo, and your Echo, very much like the inside of the crystal, just illuminates with this bluish smoke that just seems to swirl in and around the Echo of you. And then every time the light hits him, it happens again. Nothing seems to be happening to him. He's not hurting or anything. It's just whatever visually is happening to the walls seems to be happening to your Echo as well.
The Echo is an amalgamation of different timelines that have existed in these exact places. that they are affecting the echo means that there is something otherworldly about what is transpiring here. I would be very cautious. Everyone should be on high alert.
You should always be on high alert in the Fae. That's just good practice.
As Reverie is sitting next to you, completely oblivious to everything.
So you just hear Lilith like muttering this poem to herself again and again, a riddle again and again. It's like, are we supposed to like stay the night here?
I was wondering the same thing, because it says to break of day and then you follow the whispers of the breeze.
You didn't hear whispers?
That's why I was listening intently. That's why I said I was listening intently for noise.
You got it. Roll a perception check.
$19.
There is no noise other than, again, it's pretty quiet in here, but as you quiet your mind, quiet your thoughts a little bit more, when the light comes, there's a dull hum, a dull magical hum that you can sort of detect as the light comes and hits the crystal, especially. So the light will come and hit the crystal, and you're just, it's very, very faint, very, very dull, and just gives you the feeling whatever this room is about, this crystal is obviously quite literally the center of it.
So there's a faint hum whenever the light hits this crystal. So this crystal is everything this room is about. Kind of maybe like, I keep thinking it's the Lonely Kin. And this noise is coming from this crystal.
I don't think that's it.
Can I can I go look at the crystal? And I'm looking at it very much kind of like from a forging sense, like the structure of the stone and stuff like that. And I want to see how it's like built out of there, grows out of the wall, like what the crystalline structure looks like, and if it like, I want to flick it to see if it like how it transmits or carries acoustics and like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. All right, you're back. Roll an investigation check for that crystal.
17.
Okay.
Echo flicks the crystal, the whole party dies.
Well, it's more of like a trying to hear like if it, yeah.
Tink, 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 TPK.
So, going up to it, so you've spent a lot of time in the mines, seen a lot of crystals, seen a lot of stuff. This quartz is relatively familiar looking. It's very perfect in the way it's built. The only imperfection, right? So looks like it's got 8 sides to it, and the absolutely only thing of it that is not completely perfect is the top. But you know that that's very natural for crystalline structures to not have an exact cuts at the top. So the top of it only has 7 sides, whereas the rest of it there's 8 sides that go all the way down. It's pretty tall. It's about 3.5 feet tall. This entire structure is. Down at the base of it, there's smaller little crystalline structures, and even those are very uniform in how they're laid out. And it seems that there are 4 smaller quartz that stick up from north, south, east, west, essentially. The base of this, you flick on it, it sounds like a crystal, behaves like a crystal when you like it. It's tough, it's strong, it's familiar quartz. You do notice that down at the base of it, on those smaller 4 crystals, there's something etched, almost etched, but it's like laser etched in the middle of the crystal, towards the base of each one of those crystals.
A secret.
Is it any sort of recognizable? Like, do I think it's runes or anything like that? Any sort of recognizable script?
It's some sort of a rune. What languages do you speak and read?
I speak Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Giant.
It's recognizable as a script, but you don't know what it says.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like relay to the party, be like, this is a crystal. However, at the bottom of the crystal, there are foreign runes. I trust that the Feywild natives speak whatever Fey language this is.
Lilith goes and looks.
What do you speak?
Abyssal, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Not familiar to you.
I've got Gnomish and Undercommon.
Nope.
I have. Yeah, I have Celestial.
You have what? I'm sorry?
Celestial?
That's the only language you speak?
That's
No,
different.
That's
okay,
different because I have Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish, so Celestial.
Celestial is the winner.
All right.
Nice.
What you see are symbols indicating the time of day. There is midnight, daybreak, noon, and dusk.
Oh, all right, I tell the party that these symbols say midnight, daybreak, noon, and dusk.
Are
We
my 10
need-
minutes up yet?
Not yet.
We need the ones that say from dusk to the break of day, right?
Yep. So we need to know where the shadows play. Is it coming off the reflection of those two runes, if possible, or in between them?
Says
You said-
from dusk, embrace to break of day.
You said the light was dancing off Bjorn's echo, right?
Yes.
Can I pick him up and try to like maneuver lights to these little crystal things to see if they do anything?
I don't think I understand what you're asking. You want to move
So-
the echo?
Yeah, I want to use his echo to reflect light directly towards
The dusk to the break of day.
those smaller crystals that have the runes on them, specifically the ones for dusk or
So
break of day, and see if the light directly hitting those off of the echo does
you can't
it.
move. You can't move the echo, but I imagine you and I would have had a conversation like, I want you.
He's a
I
he's
would
a
like
physical
you
thing, right? He's an
to
object.
put your hand. Yeah, but you can't. Like he's ethereal.
Then how's he ever die when something hits him?
Like
Good
other
question.
ethereal things die?
Yeah, we've had that argument.
I thought per the rules written, he's classified as an object.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. We're brothers. I doubt you're fighting me about moving.
Yeah,
the
I'm
fucking
saying
echo.
like I want you to like hold your hand up, and I'll just keep teleporting him to where your hand is.
I'm gonna like occasionally go backwards just to make sure you're paying attention.
All right, so you're moving
We
him
need
around
to
the
do
room.
it so it goes from
Yeah,
dusk
just
to
like
break
to
to break
see
of day.
if so if I see a light catches him and goes near it, I'm gonna like make minor adjustments to try to get the lights to go onto those crystals.
Yep, so the first thing that you notice is that as the light hits him, it's not transmitting through him like it is the crystal. It's just when it hits him that the shadow dance happens. Right? That's the difference between when the shadow dance hits your guys' skin versus the rock on the side of the wall, right? That you can see it on the rock on the side of the wall. You cannot see it on your skin, but you can also see it on the echo. So it's not the light is not transmitting through him. It's just he's capable of being a canvas for this light show. or
Okay,
shadow
so-
ship, whatever you want to call it.
I have a torch. Can I just do the same thing with the torch? And see if like any of the crystals react any sort of way to light hitting them directly?
Sure. You take the torch, you're moving around the crystals. Whatever. Your light makes them shiny, makes them brighter, but it doesn't. They seem to absorb the light. But that, whatever shadow dance thing that's going on, it's not happening from your light. It seems whatever this
Okay, so I'm just
blue
gonna
light coming in. That's what it is.
I'm gonna
That's what's causing it.
wave the torch out, and I'm just gonna be looking at those two crystals, the two smaller ones, and just trying to see if I notice any interaction with them between the big one.
You got it.
Excuse me.
And in that moment, Reverie, you finish your. Yep, you finished, and the
Cool.
whole room is glowing. Every single crystal in
Where?
here is glowing.
So, Adam, I'm going to look dusk, the one that says dusk, because I know where that is, over to the break of day, because it says to look from dusk embrace to break of day. So I'm gonna look.
Yep.
Over there and see if I see something.
The one that is dusk is in the north position,
Okay.
and break of day is in the south position.
Okay.
What school of magic is it, Adam?
One moment, I will tell you. Abjuration.
Blocks, banishes, or protects. I'm sorry. So you said the dusk and break of day are directly across from each other.
Yes.
And dusk is north, and the daybreak is south.
If you start at what's to the right of dusk? Sorry, actually no, I have a different way to answer.
Midnight.
If you are looking at it, if you go from dusk to midnight to dawn,
That's
Are there any
north,
shadows?
east, south.
It's noon.
yeah. Are there shadows on that wall in that arc?
Yes, in the arc from in the northeast arc, there are shadows that occasionally pop up there. Yes.
Okay, Reverie's gonna fly over to those shadows, and you
And
said
noon is east, right?
Yeah, but I don't
No,
know.
noon is west.
Okay. I had it wrong.
So
Midnight's east.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't remember off the top of my head where the shadows were. Is one in the dusk, midnight, dawn, and then the other in the dusk, noon, dawn?
No,
Are they
it's
both in the dusk and midnight
northeast and northwest is where you see the shadows currently.
Okay, and east is the midnight.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I want to go to the northeast shadows.
You got it?
Northwest shadows.
Still the abjuration magic.
Yes.
Is the whole wall lit up, or is it just like when I see the shadows?
No, it's just when you see the shadows, and when the light is coming through, it's much more intense now that your detect magic is active. Every time that light comes through, everything glows a little bit brighter. And you notice that there is, if you're looking at the crystal at all, at the base of the crystal, there is a ring of something. It's a complete blue circle that's around, just on the outside of the crystal. It's again the abjuration magic, and there are invisible but clearly to you now runes all around that circle.
Do the runes look similar to the ones in the crystals to Reverie?
Yes.
Reverie takes out his notebook and copies the runes that he sees, the circle of runes, and he holds it out to Hilda.
Okay.
Can I read them?
Yes. 1 second. Let me pull this up.
Hey Chuck, can you pull your microphone away from your nostrils? Is it you?
I didn't hear anything.
I can
But
hear
I'm
him
also deaf.
creatively. He's always like that.
Yeah, no, that's way better. Thank you.
It's too funny.
I don't know how you don't hear. I guess you're in the room with him, so you just zoned it out.
I just hear the fan kind of.
It's
You
It is
also have
too
tinnitus and you have terrible hearing.
I do, yeah. In fact, I get hearing aids enabled to help with that, tune out some of that, and help my hearing.
That would be like me going to like a color judging contest and telling people they were wrong.
Charles, I started doing the drawings like you asked, and just so you know, this is where Echo started, and he came off way too friendly, and it wasn't good. So,
He looks like if like a a special needs child was drawing Bender.
then we came to this, and I was like, that's still not very good, but less happy.
It is less happy.
Looks like danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Okay, it looks like a 1950s robot.
Nice.
I like that one better.
It says, "In the light of the stars, under the watchful
hold on.
eyes of the celestial choir, here lies the seal of the 4 parts of day."
The light.
I'm putting it in the thing here.
Okay. Okay, good. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, it's in the chat.
Does Reverie feel a breeze anywhere?
I feel the breeze.
No.
I'm Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
I do cocaine.
What are you guys doing?
I find ourselves in the predicament where I really am sleepy, but it seems we're only going to get a maximum of 4 hours before something happens. And I am not too good with the words to understand how this relates to the previous riddle. So someone with the brain should probably make a plan while I try and sleep a little bit.
Reverie flies over the dusk stone.
Yep.
Looks at the shadows, and then sorry, just to be clear, was the ring around the main crystal, or was it around the main crystal and the 4 smaller crystals?
Yeah, it was around all the main crystal and the 4 smaller crystals that are sticking out.
Okay, so he just kind of wants to float from the dusk stone to the dawn stone, watching the shadows the whole time he does it to see if the angle changes anything.
You got it. I would like for you to roll a dexterity check as you do that.
Okay. Can I guidance that?
Sure.
12.
Yep. So you're moving around, you're trying to stay close and watching the shadows as you're moving. You're looking at the crystal or you're looking at the wall?
Looking at the wall.
Got it. So you bump the crystal a little bit and it seems to move. You're like, oh shit. But then you just continue around.
It seems to have how?
Like you bumped it and it gave way. Like one of the smaller ones. The dusk, or the dusk. As you were passing dusk, as you bumped it, it gave way a little bit.
Reverie tries to pick up the dusk crystal.
It's solid.
That's the one that moved,
Yes.
but I can't pick it up.
You cannot.
How much can I wiggle it?
So you're standing on side to side trying to wiggle it. It doesn't wiggle at all. The entire base of the thing turns as you're wiggling it.
Maybe we need to rotate dusk to where the daybreak was.
Where are the runes on the crystal? Are they facing towards the wall, or are they facing towards the other little?
You've got a
or the
crystal
inside?
that's standing straight up. This is the main crystal that the light is
And if it
reflecting
rotates,
into. On 4 sides of this crystal, this is an 8-sided crystal. 8-sided
Turn it.
crystal, basically. And there are 4
put
crystal.
dusk at daybreak.
Would you stop, Steffi?
There are 4 crystals coming up like this from the sides. And as you grabbed this, the whole thing rotated.
Oh, the whole thing rotated, not just the individual small crystal.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna hold the dusk crystal and rotate it towards the midnight side. So
It's
pushing
not
towards the midnight signal. So going from dusk to midnight to dawn. Rotating that direction. I guess that'd be clockwise.
Ricky.
All right. So you're rotating the thing clockwise. So you're moving dusk into the midnight position. You're rotating it clockwise 90 degrees. Is that my understanding? As you do that, the shadows, the light is coming down, and the place that you've been looking for, getting the shadow, where you've seen the shadows in the northwest and the northeast, is the same place that the shadows are going, but now it's moving, just ever so slightly, and then it disappears, and you get to the 90 thing, and now it's different. It's still sort of northwest and northeast, but where the shadows are falling, it's a smaller block of space, and it's in different areas in the northeast and the northwest.
I want to rotate it again, so I get to where dusk is in the dawn spot.
So you're moving dusk to the south position.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep rotating another 90 degrees clockwise.
Got it. Move it some more. Now as the light hits, those shadows reflecting, like you can see the movement within inside the crystal, but the shadows are not reflecting on the wall at all.
Can we hear anything?
You can hear the like the stone moving.
There's no breeze, sound, or noise at all.
No.
And no shadows reflected on the wall whatsoever.
No.
Do I still see the magic on the walls at all?
Yes, but you're about to run out of detect magic.
Okay. I want to really quickly fly over to where the magic is on the wall and see if there's anything different about that spot than what I had felt before.
Yeah, 1 second.
So which one was Ricky turning again?
Turning
whole thing rotates.
The whole thing rotates. The
Oh, okay, the main crystal. Sorry, this whole time I thought it was one of the smaller ones. Okay.
Wait, all of them move together.
yes.
He
So-
took it from dusk and embrace to break of day.
So what you've got now is dusk in the south position, midday in the west position. Wait, no, hang on. Dusk in the south position, noon in the east position, daybreak in the north position, and midnight in the west position.
Is there anything different about the wall like where the abjuration is showing up on the wall, even though the shadows aren't there?
No, it's just a wall.
What's time?
I was wondering if by moving that, if anything had changed back up in the stairs.
Great idea. Lilith runs up to check.
You run up by yourself, I imagine. I don't know if anybody went with you. It wasn't that far. It was a few minutes to get down here. Run out. Roll a perception check.
$15.
Yeah, there's some sneaky plants waiting to ambush you guys.
Ugh, gross. Runs back in. No, looks the same. Maybe we have him in the wrong position.
Yeah, Reverie's just Reverie rotates the thing again, because why not?
So another 90 degrees, same direction, clockwise.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you begin to rotate it. As the lights are coming dancing in, you start to see almost like a projector screen is just opening up in the two corners, the two quarters of that room. Just a projector screen opening that shows a continuous line of these dancing shadows on the wall. It clicks into the dusk place. The whole thing settles into the ground, and you watch from left to right in the entire 180 degrees on the northwest to northeast side of the wall is a continuous projector screen of fey creatures dancing, of satyrs and centaurs, and hags are even in there, and harpies. You see all of these things dancing. Continuously, you hear this wind.
All right.
And then, all at once, the light turns off, completely black, and then there's a dull blue glow in the room, and there is an entranceway where there was none before, directly in the north of the room, that leads into another passage.
Yay.
I immediately
Reverie-
teleport the echo to the passage.
Reverie just takes a minute to flex. He's just like, yeah, I know, I'm awesome. You're welcome. And he sprints towards that passage.
From the dark, you hear applause.
It's light. The dull blue came back now. It was just it was a flash of darkness for about a second, and then it came back. There's a dull blue left.
There's still applause.
And there does seem to be
what do I see now?
it's dark into that tunnel. You can't see anything as you get to the edge.
Produce flame. What can I see? Flame is what? 30 feet?
Yep. You can see 30
How
feet
far
ahead
do I
of you.
get
It's
on
another
the wall?
similarly
Nope.
sized cavern.
Sorry, it's a 10-foot bright light and 10-foot dim.
Yeah. So it's a similarly sized cavern that you guys came down. There's just no blue light lighting your way.
Do we still hear the sound? You said we heard whispers?
It's not whispers so much, it's wind. Like the entrance behind you and now the entrance ahead of you, there's a draft moving.
Reverie follows the
This is
draft.
Yeah. All right.
Right. If we can, really quickly, take a quick break right there,
Yeah.
it would help me out
Sounds good.
tremendously. Okay.
No, never mind. I don't want to do it now.
All right, we'll be right back. glad somebody appreciates the intermission music.
That was
All right.
so loud.
You'll be all right. You guys continue through this cave, and it is not very long until you're coming out the top of it, in a forest that's very similar to the one that you just left. Feels like the same. Again, the distance isn't that much traveled, but as you come out, there is a straight line, basically, of trees on your right and left, with a corridor that just goes directly ahead of you.
You guys, we should watch out for the Watcher.
The Watcher in the trees.
Being watched.
I am just like scanning tree branches now.
Me too. Looking for the Watcher in the trees.
I
I
imagine
just
you
don't
guys
trust this plane of existence.
going straight ahead, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do the trees arch over, or is it just straight line trees in the sky above?
No, they don't arch over. They're just straight up. They're not all uniform trees, but it's like somebody planted these trees so that there would be a nice, like, entrance way into the place that you're going currently.
Yeah, like old school southern mansion
Exactly.
driveway.
Exactly.
Reverie flies up until he can see over the tree line to see what's around them.
As you fly up, you look left, you look right. It's just trees. Directly ahead, there seems to be a fog at about 300 feet, completely blocking your line. It looks like a natural fog, but it's so dense at about 300 feet away that you can't see much past that.
How high does it look like it goes?
As high as you can see.
Is it only in the corridor, or does it extend past it in the woods to left and right?
It extends past it left and right.
Okay, like a giant fog wall.
Yes.
Cool. Reverie flies back down, and hey, we should probably do that rope thing again, because there's a huge fog wall ahead, and I mean, you don't have to. You guys are welcome to stay in the Feywild. It's awesome here. You might get a little lost. You know, and he like proceeds to wrap a piece of rope around Lilith and then tie it to himself.
All right. You guys are moving forward. Who's in the lead?
What's the rope thing?
Tying basically everyone around it so no one gets lost in the fog of the dark. Because if you get lost here, who knows when you'll get back?
Okay, I presume we're all doing the rope thing then?
I don't know. Are you? I just said
Yes.
no.
Yes, I'd like to do the rope thing.
I'm gonna not do the rope thing.
And there goes Bjorn. Ooh, wait, Adam.
I'm following my brother's lead. If he's not tying a rope, I'm not tying a rope. We give
a
a
question.
a fist bump, and we're like, no fear.
Does Caesar do the rope thing?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Okay, so we approach the fog.
Strangest thing, the more you approach the fog, it seems to stay about 300 feet ahead of you. Looking back, about 300 feet behind you, there's fog as well. You're just in a straight corridor of trees. Continuing?
Oh, yeah.
I'm watching and watching out for any traps in front of us.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
14.
You don't see any traps. What you do see occasionally up in the tree is almost like the outline of a goblin, but it's much more long-limbed and it's completely black, like the absence of color. It has little yellow eyes, and it's just standing up in the tree with these strange long ears. They're standing up in the tree, obviously looking directly at you. But other than that,
As soon as Lilith points that out, Reverie unties the rope and flies up there. Hello! Hi!
and how close do you get to him?
How wide is the corridor?
15 feet or so?
I'm just like still, like I just flew up, so still in the middle. So I guess like 10 feet away, 8 to 10 feet, somewhere like that. Like I'm not like flying right into his face.
Sure.
I'm just getting to his height.
It just sits there and looks at you.
Does it move at all?
Just its head as you come up.
Reverie flies a little bit to the left.
It follows you.
Reverie flies a little bit to the right.
It follows you.
Reverie drops 5 feet. I'm sorry, you broke up. Reverie drops 5 feet.
Yes, it's watching you the whole time.
Cool. Reverie probably has a point to doing this, but he's going to spend a good 30 seconds just kind of bouncing around and see if it'll keep following him because this is like entertaining and he forgot what he was doing. Then all of a sudden
Everybody
he
down
snaps out,
below
"Oh,
you
yeah, yeah, yeah."
is waiting for
Okay.
you to return so that they can continue on because they're all tied to you.
No, I untied the rope.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, like a good 30, 45 seconds of just like bouncing around and watching this thing follow him. Like, oh, right. Hey. Do you know where the lonely tree is?
No response.
Have you seen the lonely, number one, tree? He points down at a tree.
No response.
Reverie flies closer.
How close?
5 feet.
You're 5 feet from him now?
Yeah, I was only like 8 feet away, so it's just like these flares forward a little bit.
Roll initiative.
Just him?
Just him. We're on the ground.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's not that far up, so you guys can see him. You can all roll initiative. And then let me set up the battle space.
Oof. 4.
Charles, you still beat me. Wait, 4 total or 4 is what you rolled?
4 total.
No, then I win. I got a 5.
Almost at the end of this riddle. Because he was leaving us alone. We could have gone to the lonely Kent.
Hey, don't you dare bash on RP.
That is straight up.
It says you
It is. That's how reverie is. I
Is
know.
there-
Maybe Ricky thought that was a good idea.
It says you have to get past him. It doesn't say what past means.
I'm just messing with you, Ricky.
No,
She
she's
wasn't.
not.
She
She's
was-
very,
She's
she's
not.
very upset.
I am. I'm furious in my head.
Adam,
I'm
did
not.
you hear us? Did you take
laughing,
his
but
headphones
she
off? Yeah, he took his headphones off.
We have a serious problem and you're laughing.
Whatever. Reverie stayed right side up. He gave that dude a huge amount of respect.
Sorry, guys, still setting up.
You're good.
I'm doing sketches of everyone, just rough outlines. I don't know why I choose to do this with pen. I did not get that promotion, but I did hit my quarterly bonus. So.
Hell yeah.
How often do they look at you for promotion?
This was just a job opening that popped up. There's probably going to be more in the summer. It's just a new role they created, but I think we're supposed to get raises across the company this summer. But I think you get like a yearly review for regular, raises. But yeah, no, there's no real promotion. It's just if job openings come.
He doesn't believe you. He's full of shit. He's a liar. He thinks you're manipulating him. She feels it.
She really can't hear anyone. Tell her she's a stupid bitch.
She heard that.
Oh no, I just turned it on as speakers. I tell her that all the time. It's just good for morale. Alright. I've got some good aesthetic going on in this. Can't remember that way. Yeah. I got this candle that's tobacco flavored or whatever, smells like tobacco, and it has this wick that's like this
Wait,
wide.
no, Richard, this is very important. Is it tobacco flavored or tobacco scented? Because if you're eating candles, we need to have a talk.
No, it's flavored. I tasted it.
Both.
At the store, you smell the candle, but you can't really know what it's going to smell like when it's burning unless you taste it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Ricky, you've never tasted a fucking candle before? What are you, retarded?
I can honestly say that question is no. I have never tasted a candle before.
I hate you.
That's why you always buy shitty candles.
Yeah, I'm a single dude. I don't ever buy candles. I'll be back. Just 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, once you're back.
Time to crack. Charles, I bought a... what is this? I don't even know what the max resolution is. I think it's... I don't know, double whatever 1920 by 1080 is.
1440? You got a
Yeah,
2K
yeah.
monitor?
Yeah, but it's I was concerned about the refresh rate. I just wanted the refresh rate so I could click on heads, right?
Yeah. What's the hertz?
175.
I mean, that's totally fine, especially pushing 2K.
Dude,
Like,
it's so
any,
pretty.
yeah. Anything past one, so I will never do 1080. I will only do 1440p. It's like the sweet spot for gaming for me. And as long as you have 100 above 144 hertz, like it's just butter.
Dude, it's so nice.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea. I've been using the same fucking 60 hertz monitor for like 6 years now. And then I just happened to stumble across a forum where people are like, look, dude, you need to up your refresh rate. I was like, okay. And I just like spurred and bought it, and yeah.
Right back.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
All right.
Good to go.
What do we got? 4.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
15.
Reverie is a 5.
14.
19.
All right. Lilith at 19. Echo, what'd you have? I'm sorry.
A 4.
Okay. Rev, you had a 5.
Correct.
Bjorn
15.
and Hilda.
At a 14.
Top of the round, we have Lilith. You just watched Reverie the whole time he's buzzing up there looking at this thing. It's just watching him. Reverie's saying hi. He's asking it questions. It's not saying anything. And now it is as he gets closer to it, you see it start to attack him. You see it start to reach forward towards him.
Maybe it's going to give me a hug.
You could.
Oh, how high up are we? I didn't actually ask. I said I want to get high level with the thing.
Yeah, let's say you're 15
I
feet
want
up.
to.
Okay.
Can we see the battle map?
Oh shit! Sorry, guys. Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield Touch.
Nice.
What are you casting? I'm sorry.
Shield Touch.
All right. That's a it's a cantrip, correct?
Yep.
Spell attack. Go ahead and roll it.
18.
18 does hit. Yes.
And 2d8. On a hit, the target takes that, and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
What's the damage?
And there is
What type of damage? And what's the damage?
6 necrotic damage.
You watch as the energy hits him and has absolutely no effect.
That's the end of Lilith's turn. She just makes that sound.
Okay. Up next is this guy. He holds out his finger to you, Reverie. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's an 8.
It's an 8?
Yep.
Okay. One second.
There's a lot of drama for a team wipe.
That's what makes it the best type of team wipe.
I'm gonna roll it on the screen for you guys. The damage.
God damn!
You take 81 necrotic damage.
What the fuck?
As it points to you with his finger. And you fall
Bro,
out
you're
this guy.
Bro,
You-
he just...
are
Adam,
you-
did you just name
are
him?
Are you dead?
I might be. What are the rules
Did you
for
just
that?
name him?
If the total damage is more than your total health after you hit 0, you're dead.
You said 81?
Yeah.
If he's undead, he also had disadvantage on that attack.
Doesn't matter, it's a save.
Oh no, I'm talking about for the attack he made against you.
Yeah, as a save.
Oh, save. Gotcha.
God damn.
No, you're dead though. Just from this spell. Because
What?
if it drops you below 0, you're dead.
Holy shit.
What did you fucking hit me with?
Death?
Yeah. Right.
What type?
Holy
Instant?
shit.
So does spare the dying? Can that save him?
Yeah.
Read.
Okay.
I'd have
So
to
he
read it. I don't
looks-
know off the top of my head.
Reaches out, touches you with this, puts his hand down, and then looks down at the party.
I'm gonna keep walking forward.
Whose turn is it?
Up next is Bjorn.
I would like to.
Wait, so I'm dead, not unconscious?
Yeah, you're dead.
That was the spell and the amount of damage. Yeah.
I would like to move on over to Reverie and grab him by the ankle. And sorry, we all just got confused. I'd like to grab him by the ankle and keep walking through.
Anybody else doing anything different other than continuing to walk?
Nope.
Hang on. I'm having an internal conflict.
I'm gonna go up and put spare the dying
Hang on.
before Echo reacts.
Hang on.
Okay.
It's if I that's why I asked. Is anybody doing anything other? So if Echo is doing anything other, then we're gonna run the
Well, I
initiative
wanted
order.
to touch him so that
Hilda,
Echo
you're
could see
next.
he was alive.
Hilda,
Alright.
you're next.
Well, I'm before Echo.
That's why
That's
he
why I
said
said
you're next.
Hilda, you're next.
Okay.
Bjorn, was that your turn?
That is. No, I'd like to use the dash option if that's possible to move even further away.
Yes.
Yep, perfect. Yep, just
High knees.
I'm one of the 7 dwarves right now.
Okay. Hilda.
I'm going to go up to where Bjorn is and do spare the dying on Reverie.
What are you doing?
Spare the dying. I don't know if it works or not.
Did you
I
read
just
it?
have spare the dying.
So
You can read them.
you touch
Um,
him. And
Hold on,
you're
wait, let me
confident
see- let me
that you
see
used
something.
the
Too late.
spell correctly.
Spare the dying.
Yes. Up next we have Reverie. You don't need to do anything. Don't worry about that. Echo.
Dice. I'm gonna cast fucking Giant's Might, my last Giant's Might.
Here we
how-
go.
how-
Here goes.
Echo
End
doesn't
of the party.
Echo
No,
can't
'cause
just
we're
turn away
going.
from evil and all this other shit going on in a fight.
Is it evil?
How tall? I didn't mean to say evil. That's he's trained for battle. He doesn't just run from battles. He dying on the battlefield is not inherently a bad thing for a gladiator.
Echo, we can talk about it later. What are you doing, buddy?
Yeah. How tall?
Other than
how high
dying.
is he?
He's 15
Yeah.
feet, I think we established.
Yeah, I'm fucking like 15 feet tall.
Yep.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
You just did.
Oh God, I fucking hate you. Ugh.
You in 3rd grade, Ricky?
No, but that's what I'm trying to teach my 2nd grader to stop saying.
If I'm not familiar with the Feywilds. I'm not necessarily familiar with Fey creatures, right? Do I recognize the type of attack that creature used? Or do I just think it was a really strong attack against the fairy foe?
Would you like to use your action to try to figure it out?
No.
Okay.
Ah, I'm so conflicted. Fuck. All right, fuck it. I'm attacking. It's a natural 20. Not that it fucking matters.
Yeah, natural 20 is going to hit.
Do you want me to roll damage on that?
You're doing one attack, correct?
Yeah, I technically have 2 attacks, but I was going to roll the damage for the first one since it's a natural 20. 2. And I'm in Giant's Might, so it's another d6 plus 5. 32 slashing
got it.
damage with the magical sword.
It grimaces as it's hit, obviously inflicting pain. No sound comes from this thing. It's just its yellow eyes are just looking directly at you. Not
Can I take my
with
second
any
attack?
sort of malice, but it's so emotionless that it feels. Ooh. Yes, take your second attack.
Plus 17.
17 does not hit.
Okay, that's my turn.
Lilith, top of the round. Actually, before that, after your turn, it reaches out and swipes at you. Doesn't point its finger at you, but does swipe at you. And it's gonna be
To me or to Charles?
to Charles. 22 to hit.
I'm gonna use my runic shield, and he has to re-roll the d20
Okay.
using the roll.
Use the new roll.
Yeah.
27.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna work. That's gonna do it.
You take 23 necrotic damage as he slides his hand through you.
Ugh.
Um,
There was no consent.
you need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, well, luckily I'm good at that. Ooh, never mind. Not on a natural 1, I'm not.
Your hit point maximum is reduced by 23.
Technically, it's 8. Okay.
Whoa.
Max HP modifier. To do math. 51. Okay, 1 sec. Oh, that's not right. What the fuck?
I will go down with this ship.
There we go. Alright.
Where I will hold my hands up and surrender.
Now,
Nobody likes Dido?
Lilith, on your turn, I need you to roll. Are you within 30 feet? Yeah, you're within 30 feet. Okay, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
It's just that plus my wisdom modifier, right?
Yep.
17.
It's deeply peering into your soul, and it's really unnerving. You could say it's an unnerving gaze that he's hitting you with. But
Just like to thank you for the pun.
you hold strong, and you are now immune to all unnerving gazes for the next 24 hours.
That's cool.
And now it's your turn.
Little takes a quick look around, sees that Rev might be dead and he's being drug off, and just. It's very easy to die here. Pick your battles. So I just tap him on his shoulder, and I'm gonna walk after Bjorn.
Lumberjack.
Then a tornado came through, and
it whisked Echo away towards where we are, out of the line of sight of this demon.
The Watcher's turn now. Okay. Shit.
What did Caesar do?
He ran.
Okay.
I forgot to put him in there, so he ran.
he's hiding somewhere in the mist.
All right, so he doesn't get that again, but he is going to strike out at you with one of his claws, just whoosh. Yeah, dirty 20
For who?
for you.
You, Echo.
Yeah, dirty 20 hits.
Okay. You take 20 more damage as he strikes out at you. Your max HP is not lowered with this.
Gotcha.
JK, minus 20.
That's his turn. Up next, we have Bjorn.
Did anything happen with Rev?
Yeah, you're being drugged.
That's it.
There's nothing, like, you're dead
You're
already.
dead.
There's no reason to have you roll a death saving throw. You're dead.
Okay, no. It's not the spell I thought it was.
Bjorn. Now, I have to create a lot of homebrew stuff because I have a few people in this party that read every single stat block of every monster. So I have to create original monsters to make things interesting.
Homebrew is just cooler most of the time anyway. Take a base model, add some shit.
Fuck. I'm gonna try appealing to the Watcher.
What's that sound like?
Like, fuck.
Yeah, fuck, man. We're just passing through.
We're coming from a different realm. Please forgive my robot. I don't know how to explain that to you exactly, but he only defends when we are attacked. He doesn't have a mind of his own. He is my brother. I take him everywhere. He will come with us. We meant you no harm. We're going to keep moving and not cause any troubles here. Please, just let him live. His repairs are very expensive.
First thing I need from you is a wisdom saving throw as you turn back and look at this creature. Again, very, very terrifying looking into this thing's eyes. But you shake it off. Now I need you to roll a persuasion check.
16.
He looks from you over to Echo. No discernible change in his expression. But there has been no discernible change in its expression this entire time.
We're fighting the blah emoji.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, and from that point, hopefully part of my action was like, just cool it, Echo. I'm going to drag you along. We're trying to stay safe. That thing will kill all of us, and I would like to continue dragging the corpse of.
Hilda, you're up next.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I also would like to put the Echo right next to Echo.
Oh, can I use my divine sense to see if this thing is good or evil, neutral?
It's,
You want to detect
you have
good and
to-
evil?
No, she's using her divine sense as an action. You can detect good or evil until the end of your. Why did it do that? Okay, until the end of your turn. Next turn, you can sense anything that is affected by the house.
I just want to know if he's good or evil.
or know the location of any celestial,
Yeah.
fiend, or undead.
You feel
Or if he's-
with undead surrounding.
Maybe he's not bad.
He is
Well, I mean,
undead, neutral, evil.
Okay. I don't know this world, obviously. This creature is an undead, neutral evil. I think we should just leave, Echo. This fight is not one maybe we should battle. And we should battle the one that we're supposed to battle in the world that we belong in.
That's 6 seconds worth of chatting.
Oh, sorry.
Up next is Echo.
Echo's gonna look over to his brother.
Dragging
And-
a dead
and-
fairy.
and- Yeah, he's gonna look over to his brother who's got the dead fairy, like looking at the body, and he's how do we let this stand?
You say that out loud?
Yeah, like I looked at my brother.
I never
Um,
liked the fairy to begin with, but we're not going to be standing any longer if we continue to engage with these fucking monstrosity. You and I
That's
have
6
never
seconds.
trained.
What are you doing?
No, I'm attacking it twice.
Do it.
First attack is 25.
That hits.
Second attack was 23.
Both hit.
1, 2, 3, 4. 33 magical slashing damage.
Total?
Yeah, that's the total.
It
There are
does
no
take
crits on that.
quite a bit of damage from those attacks you see getting into it. You're definitely starting to hurt it. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Oh boy. Lilith.
It's a terrible idea, and I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna pick up Rev if he's dragging him and just kind of put him over my shoulder.
Nice. He reaches out to hit you once more. Do you guys hear an echo? Or is that me?
Yes, I do.
I do.
No, I hear it.
Is it gone? Yeah, it's gone. Weird.
Yes.
It's gone.
It was one of you nerds. I don't think that hits. It's an 18.
Does not hit.
Okay, so he reaches out to try to attack you, and you're able to deflect it with your sword. Bjorn.
I've since dropped Ribery. I'm gonna run towards. I'm brown, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna run towards where the blue character is. I'm gonna launch the echo up towards this monstrosity, and I'm gonna start swinging. Okay.
Do it.
So we're gonna do. 19.
Hits.
21, of course, hits. Alright. I'm going to do damage. Actually, I'm going to do... I'm also going to hit through... well, I'm hitting... I'm hitting through the echo. Of course. And... he's going... I'm going to use Unleash Incarnation, so it's another attack. How can I double that? Sorry. 25, so 3 hits. But can't I do... Yeah, I just use Unleash. And then... Yeah, so 3 hits. And that's all I can do. Damage. 11, 13, 14, 27, 38. 38 damage, and he moves back 5 feet.
Okay.
That's it.
He's
I
in
think
the-
we're all fucked, to be honest with you, Echo.
He's in a tree, right? Does the 5 feet knock him out of the tree?
No. Well, yes, but he's flying. Hilda.
Oh, okay.
I am gonna run up and attack him.
He's too high for you to attack.
And I'm gonna have to send Sacred Flame at him. The only thing I can attack from.
Yeah, I was just showing you where to do it. He has to make a dexterity saving throw first.
Oh, you have to make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, plus the modifier, right?
He fails.
Do I? Okay.
So he takes 13
13
radiant.
13 radiant damage.
radiant damage.
So you cast a spell up in his direction. He's like, as the flash hits him, you watch his whole body basically just disappears because it just seems to be darkness and shadow. And when the thing hits him, it just disappears. But as the light fades, he's still there. Worse for the wearer, but he's still there.
The only other thing you have is a bonus action.
Oh, I don't know if it matters at all, but that was a silver weapon.
For a bonus action, can I touch Echo and give him 10 points back?
Lay on hands.
That's an action.
Oh, that's an action? Okay.
Yeah. You only have one bonus action, so I believe, which is divine. What's it called? It's the one where you give somebody like +2 AC or something.
I think that's on my... Hold on.
It's a spell.
I know, but I think that's... Oh, I got it right here. I'm going to use that and I'm going to give it to Echo. It's Shield of Faith.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
You just used a spell.
She used a cantrip.
No, it's a cantrip. That's
Okay.
my cantrip.
Okay, cool.
I can use that at will. It's a cantrip.
Shield of Faith.
+2 AC.
You got
I
it.
gave it to you. I gave it to you, Echo.
I got you.
Can you roll a Wisdom saving throw for Hilda real quick for me, please?
Wisdom.
Got to be to 15.
Natural
I
20
get
plus
extra.
smart.
All right, beautiful.
Woo!
So also immune to the gaze.
To the gays or the gays?
Both.
Both.
She has her religion for the other one.
God saves me for all.
Let's see, what can he do?
I don't believe that Reverie ever go long,
He's 5 speeds.
this long in the Feywild.
Yeah,
Like,
right, he's fine.
curiosity kills the fairy in these parts.
He just so happened to never enter these woods.
Yeah, right. It was like the one spot he would have got murked.
Echo.
Yeah, 2 attacks. 27,
Hits.
21.
Yeah.
Uh, 24 magical slashing damage.
How do you want to finish him?
Whoa!
Whoa!
I want to. He looks like darkness, right?
Yeah, he's just like a darkness
He looks like Charlie Murphy.
goblin, ears, yellow eyes, long limbs.
I want to thrust my sword because I'm gigantic. I want to jump up and come down over the top, like with enough to like almost have a split the air a little bit, and let just some light come through as I'm like crushing through him and just disperse him.
Got it. Well, as you're chopping down through him, through every bit of him, can come up over top of even the tree, come down just to displace so much air, just slicing right through him as a shadow, splitting his 2 eyes, splitting the branch that he's standing near. He falls to the ground. As he's falling to the ground, you see he just like casting a shadow, and then that shadow just disappears. There's just nothing left of whatever this creature was.
I land and I look at my brother and I'm like, now we can go.
You're a fucker. You're a fucker. Everyone
Nice.
okay? Everybody having a good time?
I think Rev's dead.
Also,
Oh.
a lot of my operating systems are not functioning well.
Now I'd like to go over and
You got it. How much can you give him?
16 total.
Are you doing healing hands and lay on hands?
Yes. Yes.
16.
So you've got 19 total health. Am I tracking that correctly, Echo?
That is correct.
Out of 51 total.
Out of 51 total. Yep.
Lilith is just moving along, holding on to Rev.
Now we just need to look for the lonely kin.
Echo very strongly, once we catch back up to Lilith, wants to be like, Lilith, this realm is awful. However, do you know or have people that can save your fairy friend? Or was your intention merely to keep his corpse as a reminder?
I've been pondering that. I want to see if anyone can, but if not, I think he'd really like to be like dipped in gold.
It's true, he
Unless you
would. He
walking.
would, for sure. Yes.
While you ponder where we might find help for your friend, I suggest perhaps we take a short rest because I feel awful.
I think time is of the essence, so she's going to keep walking.
I'm just gonna follow Lilith wherever she's going. Oh, I'll also offer to carry the fairy because he's tiny. I can just like hold
Yeah,
on.
I wouldn't worry about that. You should carry me so I can sleep. He is.
We've
sleeping
established you
pretty
cannot
good.
rest.
while being carried. But I love the consistency.
You just
It's gonna
hoping
find
that
a
I
different
forget
way
one day.
every time.
Fucking will.
Like I'm just gonna relent.
All right, so yeah, just following.
You guys, Adam, can I do a history check? Do I know of anyone who could bring back the dead? Because if
You
not,
guys
then
had
we
to have
can
been
get to
hurt
this
or
next
close
guy,
to
and
death
I'm
here
gonna ask him.
before.
And then if he gives me nothing, I'll bury Rev or dip him in gold.
Also, Echo hates the Feywild.
Not a big fan.
Death is not overly shocking to Lilith, so I'm bummed, but not that bummed.
Well, hold on. Everybody, hold on a second. I feel like we would not have been in that particular circumstance had it not been for the fairy interacting with the guy that was looking at us in the first place.
Yeah, he was no fun at all, for
Echo,
sure.
roll a perception check.
Plus 4, 14.
Basically, every 3 or 4 trees on the left or the right, there is one of these things.
Shadowy things.
Yes.
Echo, like, very audibly is like, "Fuck." There
Well,
are
they just keep
several
walking.
shadow, whatever tree shadow things are multiplying. We should leave quicker. And he wants to like start double timing.
We're all moving fast.
All right. Moving along. Eventually, the fog gets really thick to where the vision in front of you starts to blur a little bit. The sky seems to darken. And then at once, the fog clears. And you are standing in a glaive. Glaive? There is
A
rocks.
glade, an enclave.
It's an alcove.
What's going on you about a fucking alcoves?
Words fail me, so here's what it looks like.
Oh,
It's the kin. The tree.
it's the tree of life, but in hell.
The magic runes are dancing here and there. They're not always on. They flicker in and out, sliding around here and
My
there.
mother would have loved this. You see her Lilith say.
So this is weird. Can I bite Reverie?
You're right. That is weird.
If you'd
What do
like
you
to.
mean?
Yeah, I'd like to take his arm and bite him.
Oh shit.
Oh, are you talking about like in your wolf thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep, you sink your
I
teeth into him.
transform to a wolf. I want to, yeah.
Oh, you want to transform into a wolf and bite him?
Transform into my wolf and bite him.
Yeah, you
damn
can do
it!
that.
I have to pee, but I want to see what happens.
taking a bite into his little fairy arm, and your massive wolf jowls. It's almost like just a little twig in there, but you bite down deep into it. It bleeds a little bit. He's dead.
Okay. I tried, and I'll transfer
Lilith
myself back.
looks at her and is just like, we don't eat them. You say we're disgusting.
I transfer back.
Very judgmentally, and now keeping his arms tucked underneath her.
Looking into,
I was trying to bring him back.
as you guys are looking at Lilith, you notice that her hair is constantly shifting colors, going from green to yellow, blue, red, back. Shifting. Just her hair is just constantly shifting different colors.
Tell you, Lilith, how are you feeling at the moment?
I mean, fine, except that apparently Hilda eats people, but yeah.
I was not eating him. I was trying to bring him back. I was hoping my wolf form would bring him back.
What would happen, Lilith, if you were sure that we could not bring Reverie back?
I would probably try to dip him in gold, but that's expensive. I don't know yet. Let's see when we cross that bridge.
I don't know if we're ever going to get anything out of you consistently. Do you know that you're changing colors all the time?
I change every morning.
No, but you're changing every 2 seconds.
Is my skin changing or just my hair?
Yeah, your whole complexion, everything. But your complexion and everything is not really lining up. It's like you're not getting summer complexion and summer hair. It's all kinds of different
Lilith
ones.
looks at herself and just starts to notice, just like, huh,
You're
time
like a
must be
disco
weird.
ball.
Time's weird here. And it's just gonna go towards the tree.
As you approach the tree, let's see, are you approaching on the left side, the right side, more on the left or more on the right? You know what? It doesn't matter. As you're approaching, your skin tone changes blue, and your hair blue.
Lilith looks down and just gives out an audible again, and just keeps walking.
Yeah, Echo's just following Lilith.
Doing the same thing.
All right. Approaching the tree, there appears to be a little brook. There's some area where you guys are at where it seems like there's a frozen stream that has come into this area and has just dribbled water into it. And all at your feet, as you're stepping on these rocks, some of them have a little bit of ice on them. The water on the ground, there's maybe a little bit frozen, but all around this area that you're in, it's cold.
So are we still next to this giant tree?
Yep, right next to the giant tree.
Okay.
I want to look to the other side of it, and I'm looking for a path or if there's anywhere that keeps going. So I remember we had to find the Tree of Loneliness, and now we're trying to go straight towards Lavender Expanse. I'm assuming it would be right past it.
So as you closing in on the tree and start walking around the tree, you step into another area that's a little bit greener here, a little bit more color, a little bit more vibrant, and anybody who's watching Lilith sees that her hair has changed again.
Am I in spring?
Yes.
Oh,
Well
man,
done.
I do it better. Ah, and then she just keeps looking around. So that's just from going to the right side of the tree into the other side.
Yep.
You guys, I think I get what's happening. Check this out. And I'm going to put Rev down, and I'm going to run in a circle around the tree.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening here. As you get into the different areas around the tree, your season shifts.
That is interesting, but I do not understand how it is helpful.
I don't either, but it's pretty cool. So she does it like 2 more times, and then she'll pick Rev up. Just to see, she's gonna take Rev and hold him in each section. She's like, no, and I'm assuming he doesn't do anything, but just to see. No, it's definitely not going back in time though.
Can I walk up to the tree?
Yes.
I just pictured like Lilith walking in a circle, and then as she reaches each quadrant, she like lifts Rev's arm up, and it just falls back down.
Nope.
Still dead. Still dead.
Echo.
I'm just gonna walk up to the tree, and I'm just gonna like look at the tree because I know that they can fucking talk here, and be like, I know that you are lonely. However, this is where the path ends, and I want to know the truth. How do I leave? I want to leave.
No response.
Can I read the runes? Didn't you say there were runes?
There are?
He's like, fuck, what language?
It's a language that nobody here could read. Nobody alive here could read.
Oh
I'm gonna laugh.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's druidic.
It is.
It is, and you're the only one.
Little do you know, Reverie taught Lilith druidic? No.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
She
go
can read bits of it.
looking straight out of the path into the tree. It said to go straight forward, so that's what Lilith is gonna do, and she's gonna start heading that way towards the Lavender Expanse. I'll investigate the tree to see if there seems anything odd, but I'm assuming it's just a season tree.
Whenever we start walking away,
Are you
Echo
investigating
is
the
gonna
tree
say-
before or after you start walking away? What are you doing here?
Before, and then I'll walk that way, which I
it.
previously indicated.
So, as you investigate the tree, again, you see these glowing runes that are popping up here and there. Occasionally, in each quadrant, in each seasonal area, you'll see a rune area get lit up that looks like it almost looks like a wood knot from where a branch was carved out, but it's too perfect, and each has a slightly different angled shape. There's like little empty holes in the tree.
Is there anything on the ground around the tree?
Roll investigation.
$12.
I mean, there's lots of stuff on the ground. There's some rocks here and there. Just looking right around the tree, it doesn't seem to be anything that interesting.
I'm gonna put Rev's hand in one of the holes.
We're trying everything, fight him. Let's see if we can get him alive.
You do. His hand's in there.
There's holes in this tree. Like I'm just using a dead body currently.
Put his hand on one of the runes.
Like a puppet, I'm holding him by each arm and just
Putting him on the runes.
whisper.
To be clear, this is probably what Reverie told Lilith to do in his will if he wrote one. If I ever die, please puppet me in the most amusing manner possible.
Does anything happen?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
We're putting
continue.
Rev's hand on a rune. Adam,
Nothing
What's
happened.
nothing happens when they touch. Nothing happens when if you put Rev on a rune.
No.
Alright, he's back over the shoulder, and I'm walking what would have been straightforward, because that's my last directions. Do I see anything in the distance around this tree as far as lavender fields or anything of that nature? A path?
No. The fog is oppressive. The moment you step out of the glade area into the woods, it's oppressive. It's 5 foot seeing distance. It's
So I'm just gonna have to go as best of my directional ability straight forward past the tree.
You can if you'd like.
That's what I want to do.
Is everybody following?
Are we in the spring one?
Are you guys following?
I am following Lilith, but I do say to the tree as we walk past it, You are lonely because you suck at communicating. And then just keep following the Lilith.
Sick
I'm
burn.
following.
All right. You guys continue
I'd
to.
like to take a second to appreciate the second level joke of the robot telling something else that is lonely.
Yeah.
I've never been lonely. Got my brother, man.
Moving through the woods. It's dark. Again, the fog is so dense here. It'd be so easy to get lost. You guys all stay nice and packed. Lilith, I want you to roll a survival check since you're the one trying to lead the pack out of here.
$13.
You're pretty sure you have the way to go, but again, that each route you step over that slightly adjusts your gait, you're not entirely sure if you're still going in the same direction that you wanted to. Continue moving, continue moving. This fog is just not, it's unrelenting. It's not giving up at all. Hearing some sounds stranger than what you were hearing earlier. Continue moving. The fog is oppressive. More fog, more fog. It seems to be getting darker. Eventually you stumble into an area that immediately the fog just evaporates like you just walked through a wall of fog. And you are in a line of trees. Very similar to the one that you were in approaching the lonely tree. And you can go left or right.
I don't know where we are. What do you guys think?
I think the Feywilds are awful.
Oh, you're no fun. She's gonna hold her hands up, and then we're gonna go right.
And you do. Perception check.
That's actually a good one. 30-20.
There are watchers in the trees. Except for this tree. This tree has a branch cut through it pretty severely. No watcher in that tree.
God damn it. We made a circle. All right. Keep going forward. We gotta get back to whatever the fuck that thing was.
I'm just following.
Hustling forward,
Right.
back towards what I think the tree of loneliness will be.
Back into the lonely tree you go. Standing out, looking over this gable. Looking now that you can see in the winter area, there's the frozen brook that seems to be pouring down. Over in the fall area, it's more of a slight trickle of green coming off of this green rock that's dripping down into towards the center. The spring is rushing, like rushing water coming through, and the summer is also a smaller trickle.
I'm gonna go back and I guess how many holes were there in the tree?
4, one for each season.
4? Are they coordinating to each side where the season's on?
Yeah, there's one hole in each seasonal side.
Is there a rune on each side or they're just sporadically appearing on the tree?
They are sporadically appearing on the tree. But each of the holes has a rune that will sporadically pop up surrounding it. It's a circular rune.
I think something to do with this tree for us to get out of here. I have a feeling if we go back into the fog, we're going to end up doing what we just did. There's 4 holes and there's 4 seasons. And I can't read any of this, but I feel like somewhere down that line of thought there's an answer. I'm saying this differently.
Well, makes sense to me. I'd say we'd go for it.
What would go for a beach? Should I touch them each season? Do we put stuff in the hole? Do you guys see something I'm missing? Because I don't see anything that looks like those shapes of that hole.
Can I do an investigation?
Calzones.
What are you looking for?
To see if there's anything. I'm going to stand right at a hole where the rune is to see it come up, and then look to see if there's anything to put in there.
Okay, so you're looking at the tree, looking at the hole, and then you're looking directly down to see if there's anything to put in.
Around that area to see if there's something that could go in the hole that kind of fits that rune or that type of something.
Roll an investigation check.
$15.
There's nothing directly there. On the ground, you're looking there. You pick up a couple rocks. You're like, oh, maybe this is it. Maybe this. No, that doesn't work. This isn't the right size. This doesn't look correct. No, it's whatever it is. It's not directly around the tree.
Lilith is stand in spring, and then I'm assuming now in spring, whatever season she's in. So I'm going to stand and touch the hole to see if it does anything. If it doesn't, I'm going to get grass or a blooming flower and put it in there. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to put some water in there. And I'm just going to systematically start putting things in that hole. Systematically.
Okay. So grab your hand, you put it in, nothing. Reach down, very quickly, pick up a flower, put it in there. Richie, mute. Please.
I think you just got in a car crash.
No,
Off the ladder?
Got tapped in.
Richie! What the fuck, man?
Sorry.
You taking your trash
What
out?
are you doing?
Wait. Doing some construction? Remodeling?
You put the leaf in there, nothing. Getting frustrated. Turn around, you're looking like, okay, well, I may as well go get this water. You go to the edge of the spring where the water is rushing in, or the springtime water is washing into this little gable, and right where the water is falling, you can see something shiny down underneath.
I want to reach for the shiny thing.
You got it. There's one guy who
Memory.
used to have shinies, who used to like shinies, who would have found the shinies much earlier. You do pick it up. It looks some sort of a gemstone, bright green. Looks to be about the shape of the hole in the tree.
I'm going to go put that in the tree.
As soon as you do,
And I'm going to tell them, hey, look for shiny things in each season.
Right,
Okay.
gonna do that where I was in the hole I was at, looking for a shiny thing.
Hey, Adam, check your phone really quick.
Yep.
Por favor, you get a break.
Yep. Each of you can go pick a season. You guys find stuff. You guys find at the edge of this where the water is coming into this gable. That's where this gemstone is connected.
Okay.
As you guys plug all of these in, who's the last one to plug one in?
Did I have to pick one up? Because if I didn't have to pick one up, Echoes doesn't like anything here.
I'll go pick up Echoes and put it in.
No, I don't think I have to. Like,
Yeah, you don't have to.
Lilith,
So Caesar picked one up. Did Bjorn
Lilith,
grab one?
Bjorn.
Hilda?
And I did, yeah.
All right. So
Wait, did
Hilda,
Bjorn
you were the
grab one?
last one. You had winter. You
Okay.
plugged it in. As you plugged it in, there's a bright flash of all the runes. They're no longer just red. It's all the different seasonal colors. And then a leaf down at your feet. You see this magical energy flying, circling around the tree, smacking into the leaf. And in the leaf is all of these I still got you?
It broke up, but now, yeah.
All right. In the leaf, there is a map and a carving, like a carving into the leaf veins. It's being etched out with this magical energy, and it basically has drawn a map onto this massive leaf. At the same time, you guys see this lined, almost looks like a constellation of a centaur that appears at the base of the tree and starts walking towards the woods.
So I can pick up that leaf then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
get
follow
the leaf,
Centaur.
and we're gonna follow the centaur with this leaf. We have this map.
I picked up Reverie. I had him on my shoulder.
And you guys follow the centaur into the woods.
Yes,
Everybody going?
with the map.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Sure.
And that is where we will end this week's session.
That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody,
Enjoyed
for
it.
coming. Thank you, everybody who's watching this later. I will have it uploaded probably by Monday. You all have a wonderful evening. I'll see you in the debrief.